Hello and welcome to Rimworld. This is Alpha 8, which has been out since December 9th, 2014. We're going to give it a little bit of a play through here. I really like this game. It's a lot of fun. You're stranded on a rim world, hence the name. You and two others start out, or three people start out, just deserted on an island, or not an island, on a planet somewhere. And the goal of the game is to survive. So first thing we're going to do is just create a world. I'm going to just bump up the size a tiny bit here. Let's just get a nice random seed there, 000D6. And here's our world. We're going to just save and finish, because next we go into New Colony. Now there's the three different option types. There's Cassandra Classic, which is a normal, the longer you play, the harder it gets. And then there's different levels of playing her. There's also Phoebe Base Builder. She gives you a lot of time between disasters to relax and rebuild your colony, but beware, if she's set at a high challenge mode, she'll hit as hard as anyone. So she's kind of the spaced out a little bit more. And then there's Randy Random. Doesn't follow rules, generate random events, and he doesn't care if they make a story of triumph or utter hopelessness. He's the toughest one out of three, or he can be the easiest. He could, it's the random number generator that gets you. I'm going to do Phoebe Base Builder. We're not going to go incredibly hard here. I think we're going to go start with Rough, which is 60% of what's intended to be normal mode. And that's kind of subjective. Normal mode is whatever you like to play on. But we're gonna just start it here. So click next, and we are going to select the world that we just made, which is this Brachium Posterius. That guy. And here's our planet again. We have to select a landing site. Now you'll see the different colors, which are different biomes. So like this turquoise is the tundra area. You can see a lot of things like the average temperatures, the growing period, what kind of stones they have. This is all good information to know before you start. There's the boreal forest. It's a little bit warmer. Oh, and by the way, by default, your temperatures are Celsius. I just went in and changed them to Fahrenheit, just because, as Americans, we don't really know what Celsius means. Let's see, this is an ice sheet. You don't really want to land there. You can't grow any food. This is a temperate forest. Average January temperature is 8 degrees, and July is 78. It's not too bad. So let's stick around in the temperate forest area. I like to play in a rather mountainous zone. Just have a little bit of mountains around you. I don't really care if it's huge, but just some. Let's find I think this guy here. So we'll select that. And then here's our people. We started with 3. If you don't like them, you can dump them and start over. And I was thinking right away, this person has nothing great to offer. This Mad Dog. But actually looking at him, so he's not really that excited about anything. He's artistic, social, he likes to research, he likes to grow. Not particularly great for any of them, but that's not too bad. He's good at social. That'll be important if we're going to try to get more troops. His age isn't bad. He's 27. His traits are too smart. He learns everything much faster than everyone. Okay, that's great. And then Prustophile, he dreams of going bionic. Well, that's not gonna. I think that's something probably later. But we're gonna keep this guy. Ray, the entrepreneur, so capable of intellectual and artistic. Okay, well, we have, Mad Dog will do anything, and he actually likes to research, right there, so we don't really care about that. Traits are brawler and psychically dull, which isn't bad. It means that she's not going to freak out quite as much at, like random events as other people. She really likes to practice medicine. She's not great at it. She also really likes to craft, and she's kind of getting up there. So she might be something like if we need to make clothes, which we will have to do. All different kinds of crafting. So she's not bad. And then there's Frenchie, the executive, age 33, not too bad, and capable of caring and cleaning. Okay, I can live with that. Traits fast walker, awesome, gonna zip around, and psychopath. Have no empathy, suffering of others doesn't bother him at all. This actually is a very good trait because, he might have to murder prisoners or, chop them up and take their organs. His medicine is 0, and actually he's incapable of caring, so he's never going to do that. He might go execute him or something. He is capable of social, so he can be a warden, incapable of caring, so he can't be a doctor. That's okay, he's 33, not too old. We're going to keep him too. What happens is the three of you awake in your crypto-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown Rimworld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. So let's let the people land. There they are. All three of them, and we're just going to pause right here and kind of get a view of what we have. And actually, this is a kind of mountainous, not very bad map by any means. So I'm thinking, so first of all, the map is almost entirely divided in two. It goes all the way down. There is a little space here up at the top where people can go back and forth. That's not too huge. But otherwise, see, there's this nice little area here where we can be pretty well protected if we need to. We also could just build walls here and just kind of keep ourselves safe. I don't know if we can build something right there. That we might not be able to build the wall like directly here because of the water, but it's not too bad. And we can always make that our entry point and just block this off so anyone would go around. I don't know what the AI would do if someone's generated here and we have a wall here. So we might play around with it. So thermal generator right here, a thermal port, whatever it's called, a geyser. So we could build a reactor right over it. There's a lot of little spaces inside already, so we might not have to dig as much as you think to get going. And even right here, there is compacted steel. You can see that in the bottom left corner. So, not too bad. So outdoors, you see in the bottom right, it's 55 degrees outside. It's May 1st. We should be able to, we can make this work pretty well. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make a couple zones. So I think we're going to end up living pretty much like right here. We can build some stuff down here. There's actually some good mining there. There's mining here. So we could always build in this way. This could be like our lunchroom or something. Build some houses here. Save space for all that mining. Come in this way and down first to keep things pretty able to, so we can mine stuff. So let's start out. We're still on pause, so let's start out mining an entrance to that. And like I said, this is going to be our lunchroom. Let's just even it out a little bit so we can put some stuff in there. And I'm going to actually make this a tiny bit bigger. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, decent square. We're also going to set some zones. So stockpile is where you pretty much put any of your goodies. Make it a 5 by 5. Let's zoom in a little more. When you zoom in, you can see the numbers. It's kind of nice. So let's see. I don't want rotten stuff, and I don't want human bodies here. So allowed burned corpses. Ugh, gross. Humanoid corpses. Yeah, no. I want to bury those things. Animal corpses. Let's turn it on. We can always butcher them later on, and eventually we'll have a butcher table, so we're not going to have a lot of corpses. But anyway, let's make a dumping stockpile. I'm just gonna, let's see. So I want to take my growing down here, so I'm going to just put this dumping stockpile right there. I'm just gonna, it'll still be a 5 by 5. This will be like corpses. And usually this ends up being like big rocks. It's not that thrilling, but I'm gonna get a warning saying you need to have this if I don't put it in. And then finally we're gonna make growing zones. I usually like to start out with 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 5x5s. 3, 4, 5. And this guy's going to grow potatoes. This guy is going to grow strawberries. Those are the 2 food sources to go. So what we're going to do first is you double click something, it'll activate, or it'll locate all the guys on the map that are same type. This little X means that they're going to ignore it, but we just click F and they will go pick it up. That means that they'll go get them and they'll bring them into our stockpile. Let's do the same thing with the silver. Let's see, we can take that guy. So, and then all our good stuff here, let's grab all this wood. I want to grab the medicine. I want to grab the food. I want to grab that silver. We have to arm our people. Who is the best shooting? So you have a 3. You have a 3, but you like to shoot. And Ray has a 0. So Ray has a 9 of melee. You can go pick up that knife. Mad Dog, you're not bad, but you're not great. So you get the pistol. Frenchie, you like to shoot, so you're gonna get. There's always a knife, a pistol, and a rifle. There we go. You can't see him because he's talking. Mad Dog is talking to Frenchie right now. So let's start. We're gonna start on speed 1, just to get things started out. Frenchie's gonna dig our hole. Ray's gonna start planting. Mad Dog's gonna start hauling things. Let's just zoom in so you can see the numbers. Right here, these yellow squares are packaged survival meals, and they'll eat those. You know, it's free food that you start out with. Mad Dog's gonna get going with all that stuff. Another thing I want to do, just a quick item structure. I just want to drop in a wooden auto door. Auto door means it'll automatically open. You need power for it. We'll get the power in a little bit. It's a little early for that still. You know, you want to get your power started within the first couple minutes, but not, you know, you don't build it right away. So clear up, make things good to go to start. Another thing we're going to do, since we have this little room, and once we have a door, it'll be enclosed, I'm going to drop some sleeping spots in here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Just so they can on there, that means that it's an indoor area, it's our home zone, we have the door here, it's not powered. Frenchie can keep on mining, clear that up, but everyone will be able to sleep inside. Since it's 51 degrees outside, it'd be nice. It's nice to not have to freeze to death. So Mad Dog's getting all this stuff. Ray is going to be planting stuff. Frenchie's going to be mining for a bit. So let's get people ready. So we're going to need some wood. Let's chop some of that. Let's see what's there. Any more wood? Okay. Can we harvest anything yet? Probably not. It used to start the game with. Oh, actually, there's one berry bush we can get. A little bit of berries. Go get the berries. There you go. Okay, these guys down here, boom rats, they explode when you shoot them, so stay away from them. So, let's jump up to speed 2. I usually play on 2, sometimes up to 3, depending on how much stuff I have to do. This will just give Frenchie some time to clean this out. You know, Ray can do her planting, Mad Dog can chop down wood. Let's see what... So everyone will be crafting, growing. Let's see. So Mad Dog is cutting the plants. Frenchie... well, let's see. Actually, let's set manual priorities, because I want Frenchie to grow as well, but I want her to... or him... Is Frenchie male or female? I can never remember. Male. So I'd rather you mine than grow, but you can do both. And kind of, you know, Mad Dog do the same, but let's cut plants more. You know, if there's doctoring that needs done, go do that. For sure, if there's patient needs, go take care of that. Warden, we'll leave those down low. Firefighting. Yes, go fight fires when you see them. For now, that's pretty good. Okay, get back to work. So if there's no mining, Frenchie will chop down trees, plant gardens, all that stuff. And kind of the same with Mad Dog. Once there's no other stuff to mine or chop down, he's gonna go work with plants. Now they're gonna eat their food. There's usually, oh, they just haven't brought it down yet. There's more food up here. They usually eat once a day, so this will last about a week. By then, we should have more food set up. These strawberry plants will grow in that time. Potatoes should as well. And once I get this going, you know, I'm gonna make this the kitchen. I'll put some places to cook there. Okay, go to sleep, Frenchie, Ray, Mad Dog. And let's just boost it up to 3 to get you all rested. That boom rat is gonna drive me nuts. I have to try to blow it up and not kill everyone. But, okay, so the first thing we need to do is build a room. Which we kind of have. But since it was, the AI is probably not noticing it because we used something that was already there. So I'm going to slow back down to 2. Mad Dog's gonna keep on chopping down trees. Here's a couple more up here to go. Ray will finish planting. Planting's usually relatively quick. Can I chop down these trees that are in here? No, not yet. Get that one. You can never have too much wood. You can never have too much steel either. So Frenchie will finish that up. So one of the things I want to do is smooth the floor. It just kind of makes it nicer. Gives Ray something to do. And I'm also going to want to grab some furniture. Let's build a short wood table. So you have a bed there. So we're going to put the table, let's see, how are we going to set this up? Put a table here, and then wood stools. Let's put 1, 2, 3, 4, just in case we get a 4th person. So there's our table. Still working on the floors. People are going to go back to sleep. Here comes Mad Dog. So indoors it's 68 degrees, outdoors 62. It's still nice and temperate. People aren't going to be freezing, so it works out perfectly. So they can get to work. Our zone is actually getting kind of full. Do we have it set up? This down arrow lets you, click something underneath. Do we not have medical? Let's see, chunks, courses. Let's see, manufactured, medicine. No, we can stack that. So we might just want to drop in. Let's drop in a second stockpile. We can actually just extend it. There you go. Okay, so you can keep on adding stuff. So Frenchie can... What are you doing, Frenchie? Smoothing the floor out. Okay, working on that. Oh, and so is Ray. And Mad Dog's bringing that stuff down. Here's our medicine. Eventually we'll bring it inside, excuse me. But for now, get working on that. I'm not going to build beds in here because I would like them to... Oh, Mad Dog's cleaning. I would like to have each of them have their own bedroom. And actually, so let's build a structure. For now, whoops, I don't want that. I want a wooden wall. Now they're eating on the table. That'll make them happy. I want to make an area. So I want to save this area up here. Let's see if we can put it. Can I build down here? Yes. So let's make something 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. And again, we'll use a wooden auto door and plop it there. Another thing that we will do is put in wood floors. Wood floor, right there. Just to use up all our wood right away. Everyone's asleep again. So, just so we have a housing, a building down here, we'll find somebody to use it for. Maybe like a hospital or a prison. We can put some beds in there, maybe put a wall down the middle, doors on both sides. That way we can have 2 prison cells. I don't want to make them too small because people get mad. But, big enough. People like, your colonists like rooms 5 by 5 or bigger. So by habit, I usually just make things that big. One colonist idle. Mad Dog, what are you doing? Let's pause for a second. So Mad Dog you won't cook. You could hunt. Are you the one that loves to hunt? Well, I'll check in a minute. Repair. Let's make you be sure to repair. We'll give you a mining of 3. Let's give you a researching of 2. Cleaning of whatever. Actually, let's make your cleaning 4. Okay, so we need to find you something to do. Repair, grow, mine. Let's do some mining. We're going to be running low on materials anyway. So back to orders. I'm going to stop pausing. Mine. Let's get this and this. That is, let's see, what is this stuff? Compacted steel. Good. We'll find a way to use it. Mad Dog, do you like the mine? Click on them. Thoughts? Nope, not thoughts. Character. Mining. No, he doesn't really care about it. But he'll learn. You know, this one, every time he clicks, it gives him a couple points. You know, once he gets to 2,000, here he'll go up to level 2. So, no passion, he learns a third as fast as someone who has a regular passion. If they have the 2 arrows, they will learn a lot faster. I clicked pause there because I wanted to see what this is. An Rimworld entrepreneur from Thresher's Boondocks is visiting the colony named Amanda Tomboy Irwin. So, let's go to factions, and this was Thresher's Boondocks, which they don't like me. We're not enemies, but they just don't like me. So, okay, close. Get rid of that. Do I have... So this building is done. What I can do is drop in a sleeping spot. We'll put it right there. And we're going to set this for prisoners. Let's just go down to speed 1 for now. Where is she? Check the location. Where is that on the map? Oh, she's coming down. She'll be down a little bit. We'll kidnap her. We'll arrest her. Oh, here's some silver and metal. Let's pick that up. Here's some more. Pick that up. Any others around? Not that I see. So Mad Dog's going to finish mining this. There's more mine behind it, so good. We'll have a little more. Frenchie's going to come help. But, oh, here's some more food. Go get that. Once she gets... There's... Tomboy. What does Tomboy like to do? Character. Loves to chat. Loves to mine. That would be nice. That's about it. Incapable of intellectual or crafting. That's okay. Slowpoke. I can deal with that. So, she'll be an okay member of the family. So, Frenchie. Let's recruit you with the R key. Why don't you go up and arrest Tomboy? That will make her colony hate us. We'll see if we ever see him. I don't know. So Frenchie will go grab her. It's quick and easy. This note says, because we captured Tomboy, Thresher's Boondocks is now your enemy. Okay, that's fine. Let's pick up the junk that she left. I'm going to leave the pistol restricted just because it's behind that tree, just so I can see it a little bit. So Frenchie is going to take Tomboy down to our little space on the floor. Drop her in there. You're now arrested. Frenchie, go back to work. Tomboy, let's go to the prisoner tab. So we're going to try to recruit you. We'll give you medicine. We're going to be nice to you. We'll chat friendly. Recruitment difficulty 79. That's pretty good. She hopefully won't take long. So back to sleep. She will get fed. She will be taken care of. Frenchie, you really like to mine late at night. So let's go back to orders. Let's do a little bit more mining. The next row behind. Just because we know that's good stuff. Is that still... Yeah, it's still compacted steel. So we're getting some decent steel there. Which means we probably should try to get some power going. So in the new Alpha, in Alpha 8, they added wind turbines, which aren't the best with energy. They don't produce a whole ton, but it's constant. You'll always get some energy. So it's kind of nice, you know, we were always playing with solar panels, which would only gather energy during the day. And then at nighttime you had to live off your battery power, which, you know, your batteries go dead, your power goes out. Here it's at least a little nicer. I would say a little bit of space. You know, let's look at the zone again. We can always put them in here. This might be a nice little natural place for batteries, but we're going to have to find a way to get the power out. Probably would have to build lines in. And, you know, this would be nicer for some more stuff we can get there eventually, too. This would be nicer for, like, living or finding something else. I'd rather have my energy out here. Let's do this. Let's add 2 of them there. So power conduits, these are wires. We're just going to put those there. And for now, drag this over. I'm just going to put that there. I'm just going to... Not the most efficient way of doing this, but I'm just going to put some lines there. Powers are cheap, and we have a lot of ore at the moment. A lot of metal, a lot of steel. So, you know, I think each of these is 2 bits. So we're probably just going to use like 30 to build all that, plus these 2 guys. Ray is now wardening with Tomboy, trying to recruit her to the group. You know, we can see she's not injured. She's pretty good. You can always go and operate on people, which we might do later on, not right now. Let's see, gear. She has clothes on. Does Ray have clothes on? Oh, she does. Good. Sometimes they start out naked, which means you have to build clothes before the winter, which is just scramble to get a tailor station up. Now that I'm thinking about it. So let's see. Now that we have the batteries, or the power, we want to put batteries in. Maybe use this little space here. So, architect orders. Let's do a little more mining. Clear this up. We'll put in space for 4 batteries. And then we're going to go back under power. So we're going to do this, this. So our power, and actually, no reason why, but we'll just do that too. And then under structure, we're going to put in another. We don't need an auto door for this because all it's going to be is a door. Whoops, actually no, I take that back. We do need an auto door because we are going to run power through that. We're going to put batteries in here. Power, battery, they take 50 metal, so that's fine. I'll drop 1 in there for now. When it clears out, they'll go and build that. You know, it takes 1 steel. You know, cancel. Whatever. No reason to be wasting steel even though it's 5. Mad Dog can go and mine his way through. Friendly's gonna finish working up there. You know, and Tomboy. What are you thinking, Tomboy? So convinced by Warden, spacious interior, they're in darkness, ate off the ground, slept on the ground, and imprisoned. So, you know, automatically 17 points of unhappiness, 19 from talking to the Warden. Mad Dog's gonna go try to sweet talk her now, and then move around. And hopefully soon she's gonna be a member of our team, and we'll have 4 people. I'm thinking about that just as a precautionary measure. Let's see. Furniture, sleeping spot. We're going to have to deal with this relatively soon. We'll just put another one there. Unowned. That will be Tomboy's if she ever joins us. Mad Dog failed to recruit Tomboy. Prisoner below loyalty threshold. A wild boar has gone mad. It will attack everyone it sees. Let's jump to the location. Let's pause. Wild male boar. So we're going to set the order to hunt. Hunt that guy. Kill him, or else he'll come in and... Oh, it's going to take forever for this boar to get over to us, though. It's going to have to go around there. How's it going to get to us? Can that boar even get... He's going to have to go all the way to the top. All the way up here. Take this little tiny pathway, and then back down. I think the AI makes them do that. So they'll be here eventually. What was this other notice? Every colonist of the female gender winces in pain. Some distant engine of hatred is stirring. It is projecting a powerful psychic drone over this entire region on a frequency that only seems to affect the female gender. For a few days, some people's mood will be quite a bit worse. This will come every so often. It'll be either a male or a female. I've only seen the 2, so it just gives them a big... So let's see. Tomboy is a prisoner, so I'm not sure if she'll get this. Let's see. Frenchie is a male. Mad Dog is a male. So Ray will be the one that's affected by it. And actually, it doesn't show up yet. Let's let it run. There you go. Psychic drone, medium, -8. That's not bad. Our new colony optimism will take care of that for now. And actually, oh, and remember, Ray was it had the characteristic of psychically dull, so it only half as much damage to her temper. Tomboy has the minus 15. That might make her a little harder to recruit for now, but we'll let it go, see what happens. So here, our battery's already built. We want to get that door in before it rains, even though it's in a mountain. Since it's outdoors, that battery might explode. It's not going to really do it because we don't have our wind turbines built yet. That'll probably come soon because I think, let's see, let's go back to, let's see, Mad Dog will mine, let's see, where is it? Mining is 3, construction is not. Let's give you a 2 for that. So Mad Dog will head out. Did I do it with friendly? Or Frenchie? Uh-oh. Wait, let's look at this first. Yeah, Mad Dog will construct before mining, but just finishing up, I guess. Colonist needs treatment. Oh, after the boar, which... Why are you attacking the boar with a knife? So this boar is after her. Don't go down there. These are the Cairo sleep caskets. We don't like those. Usually something really nasty comes out of them. Okay, Ray, where are you going? What are you doing? Hunting wild boar. Why are you... I think maybe I'm hunting the wrong one? This guy. Alright, let's go back to architect. Orders. We want you to hunt. Even if you're using... No, that's the right one. Where are you going? You know what it is. She is going back to the original spot. Let's just take her, recruit her. Melee attack that boar. Go for it. You're going to need a little help afterwards. But, there you go. Have some fun. Kill it. Melee attack. Just kill it. Is it dead? Dead. So let us... Okay, Ray. We're going to send you back. We're not going to... So we're going to do that and actually... So, boar's going to probably rot over there. That's fine. We will... She's going to come back. How much health do you need? Probably not too bad. Squirrel scratch. Knife cuts. A little bit of injury, but not horrible. What we're going to have to do... There's more food up here. Let's tell someone to pick that up eventually. So let's take this other sleeping spot. We'll turn it into a medical spot. And that way there's somewhere for, you know, if Ray wants to heal up before going out, perfectly fine. So for now, I'm going to stop here. We're going to take a little break and, you know, check out for a little bit for another episode of Rimworld. See you in a bit.